Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Moms on the Rise. Today, I'm going to chat with you about taxes because it is tax season. Last Friday was the deadline for all business taxes in the terms of like partnerships and corporations and that type of thing. But if you're a Schedule C tax filer, like many of us are, then you have until April 15th to get those filed. So I wanted to hop in live with you today and talk about 5 signs that you need to hire a tax professional with your business. I know that many people try to get by with doing it on their own, and that may be effective if you've got some sort of tax knowledge or have an accountant in the family. But if you're truly feeling clueless and you're not sure if you're doing it right, listen to this video and find out if hiring a tax professional is what you need to be doing this year in order to make sure that you're maximizing your money. In case you don't know me, my name is Rachel, and I am a mom of 6. I went to school for a very, very, very long time to realize that I did not want to work in the corporate world, that I did not want to work in a law office. I have a law degree, I have an MBA, and I'm also a CPA, and I've been doing taxes for almost 20 years. And I'm a tax nerd, so I want to talk to you about some tax nerd stuff today. So again, if you just hopped on, say hello. Let me know if you filed your taxes or not for the year. And if you have, you might still find this information useful. And if not, take a listen and find out if this is the year that you are going to hire somebody to professionally handle your taxes to make sure that you are on the right track. So let's start with number 1. Your number 1 reason is you are paying money into the IRS every year. Now, I'm not going to say that I can magically come through your taxes and tell you that, oh, well, now you're getting this massive refund. But if you're paying money into the IRS every year, and it's a lot of money and it gets more and more and more every year, there may be some things that you can do to reduce that amount, whether that's a different business organization or whether there's some deductions that you're missing or things are just not quite put on the tax return the way that they should be, and that can save you money. Keeping in mind that you are only going to get a refund if you've actually had money withheld or you're eligible for some refundable credits, and that's a whole nother video. So if you are paying in a few $100s every year, but you have a pretty decent income, you're probably doing okay. But what I found with a lot of my clients was that they were every year paying in more and more and more money. And there are many ways that you can reduce the amount of money that you're paying in to the IRS with proper tax planning. So for example, I had a client that had a huge 1099 that he was getting every month as an independent contractor, and he didn't have a lot of expenses associated with it. And therefore, when he was putting it on his Schedule C on his taxes, he was paying a lot of self-employment tax. And by reorganizing things a little bit and helping him find some deductions that he didn't know were available to him, we were able to reduce the amount of money that he actually gives the IRS and also do a little bit of planning throughout the year so that some of that money was coming out throughout the course of the year rather than getting stung with that huge bill on April 15th, which also caused him to be penalized for that as well. So if you're constantly feeling like you're paying more and more into the IRS every year, or you're getting less and less back, then something to take a look at. Maybe there's something going on with your taxes that a tax professional can help you figure out and help you eliminate some of that. The second one is you just can't keep up with all the changes. There were a lot of changes that went in this year, some of them that dealt with business issues. And if you're just feeling like it's overwhelming and it's too much and you open up your personal TurboTax and you try to do it every year and every year it gets more and more complicated, seeking out the help of a tax professional can eliminate a lot of that stress on you. And the thing is taxes are not expensive to have done, even when you have a business. I know a lot of my clients thought that when they hired somebody to do their taxes, they were going to be paying thousands of dollars for this tax help, and it's really not the situation at all. So hiring somebody to do those taxes might really help you not feel so unsure about all the changes that are coming through. I mean, this year with children and with the different itemized business expenses and different things like that, if you're not able to keep up with all those things, then you might be missing out on things that you could be taking, or you might just be plain doing them wrong, which will come back to haunt you eventually. Your third one is you're not really sure where to put the stuff. So you're looking at your information, and now in 2018 taxes, the tax form completely changed. And I will even tell you that I've been doing these for 20 years and the tax forms have basically looked the same. And all of a sudden now this year, things just weren't where they used to be. So when I do kind of my scan through to make sure I did everything right, it took me a little bit more time to figure that out. So if you're not familiar with taxes, and you're doing yours and you're looking through and you're like, I don't even know where to put this stuff anymore, this has all changed so much, then it's time to hire somebody to help you out with that so that you are able to get everything on the tax return correctly, because it is never fun to get a letter from the IRS in August that says, hey, we didn't find this on your tax return. And maybe you had it on there, maybe it was just in the wrong spot, but now the IRS has kind of like sent you that letter. And so you have that worry that the IRS is going to continue to hunt you down and ask you more and more questions when it was just a simple mistake because you didn't know exactly where it was supposed to go on the tax return. Your fourth sign that you should see a tax professional is that your business is growing, and that is awesome and amazing and exciting, but you're not really sure how to plan for the future. You know, if you're starting to earn over $100,000 in your business every year, there's some planning that needs to be done, and there are some things that you should be doing in order to reduce the amount of tax that you're paying to the IRS. Again, can't eliminate taxes altogether. You can't just, make up a bunch of stuff to put on there to reduce the taxes, but there are things that a tax professional can help you do that is going to reduce the amount of tax that you legitimately, truly owe to the IRS. There's no point in giving away money to the IRS when you don't need to be. So if your business is growing, do not let taxes stand in your way of that growth. I have worked with several business owners who were unfamiliar with the taxes, and they didn't really know how to deal with it or how to do it. And so what they did is they kind of, without knowing it, put a ceiling on their business that said, okay, I can't make more than $100,000 a year because then I'm going to pay more taxes, and that scares me and I don't know how to do it. Maybe we need to create a different business organization and do all these things, and I don't want to do all that stuff, so I'm just not going to make a lot of money. That's not fun. That's not why you're building your business. So don't be afraid of the tax law and the business organizational laws when it comes to growing your business. You grow your business, let me do the tax and the business organization work for you to help that business grow. So if your business is growing, you gotta talk to a tax professional, a CPA that's gonna help you structure that business and structure your taxes so that you can keep the most of your money every year, so that you can make the most out of all of that wonderful money that you're earning and that you're building in your business. And the very last sign that you need to speak to a tax professional is that you get queasy in the stomach and you worry so much about your taxes, because this worry is an unnecessary worry. If you are getting bad vibes, bad feelings, I talk with a lot of people that they're friends of mine at my daughter's gym. They're like, oh, we had to do our taxes last week, and they just feel burdened by it. If you are worried about it, you wait till the last minute, or you file an extension, you wait till October to file them because you're so worried and burdened over this. You're afraid as soon as you click submit that something bad's going to happen, or the IRS is going to come say, no, you owe us more money and you're going to have to pay penalties and interest on that money. Then seek out the help of a professional, because it doesn't have to be scary or hard. When I work with my clients, we make it as easy as possible. If they want somebody to help put all the information together to create the numbers that go on the tax return, I can help you do that. If they want somebody to just take the raw numbers and throw them into the tax return, I can do that. If they just want somebody to answer questions for them, or maybe you want somebody to run your whole accounting part of your organization, I can help you do that. Because I have been working on this stuff for so long, it is easy, it is fun for me, and I can make it easy and fun for you as well. I hate to see moms that do not grow their businesses because they worry about the tax and accounting parts of their business, because that should be the least of your worries. There are other people to do this. If tax and accounting is not your zone of genius, hire it out. Get rid of the worry. Get rid of the stress. Get rid of that worry that August letter is going to show up in your mailbox and you're going to have to do something about it. Get the help before it becomes that big of a problem. So just to throw those 5 signs out at you again, the first one is you're paying more and more money into the IRS every year, or you're getting less and less of a refund. And even if your income is growing, that doesn't necessarily mean that you should be exponentially paying the IRS more money. So maybe we can help figure out ways that you can reduce that. Again, all legal. We're not lying here. We're not making up expenses, but all legal. We can help you reduce the amount of money that the IRS is taking from you every year. And that's going to give you more money to grow your business and for your family. Second one, you cannot keep up with all the changes. There are so many different things happening with the tax law every single year, and they make changes. some for the better, some for the worse, but there's changes. And if you don't feel like you're able to keep up with all those, hire somebody to do that for you. If your zone of genius is helping health and fitness clients, you don't want to be messing with your taxes. If your zone of genius is helping women understand Instagram, then get off of the taxes and have somebody do that for you. The third one, you're not really sure where to put things on the tax return and you started just throwing things into place. Here's a prime example for you. If you are self-employed, there's a self-employed health insurance deduction, and there are some rules around how that needs to be structured and done in order to do it right. But if you're a self-employed and you're taking your health insurance and you're putting it on your Schedule A and itemizing it, you're missing out because you're not getting the full value of your deduction. There is a way to take in a full deduction for the health insurance you're paying for your family if you are self-employed. Do not throw that away by putting it on the wrong place on your tax return. That can be huge money for you and your family. Your fourth one, your business has grown and you just really, really, really want to make sure that you've got things set up for the future in a way that is going to help you maximize your income. There is 0 cents in giving away money to the IRS. Hold on to that money to put back into your business and into your family, etc. And then your last one is when you think about taxes, you get sick feeling, you worry, you get anxiety, you get angry. It's just something you don't want to deal with. Let somebody else deal with that for you. Let somebody who loves taxes and has fun with taxes help you out with that stuff so that you're not having to deal with all that worry when it's not something that's in your zone of genius. Anyway, hey Lauren, how are you today? Let me know if you have any questions about that. I know you hopped on a little bit towards the end. If you're watching this video later on, please share with me your tax questions. I am totally cool with answering simple tax questions over in the Facebook group here. Lauren chooses me. Yay, thanks, Lauren. She just totally threw off my train of thought. If you have questions, throw them up in the group and we will answer them. I'm going to start a thread a little bit later today just about your general tax questions to answer them for you. We are getting close to the end of tax season. So we're about 23 days away. And so get those tax questions answered now, get those taxes filed, and get rid of all that worry. Have somebody help you out with it. So that's all I've got for you today. If you do want to reach out and chat a little bit deeper about your tax situation and any questions you have, shoot me a private message, or I'm going to hopefully do this really, really, really quickly. Throw out my calendar link, and if you want to schedule a consultation with me, we can chat for, I usually chat with people for about a half an hour about their current tax situation. Okay, now I'm going to type so I can't talk at the same time. This is just straight to my calendar. I definitely cannot spell consultation without, oh my goodness. Consultation, there we go. There is a link to sign up for a consultation. That's my general setting up a consultation link. So if there's questions in there about your business and things like that that don't really apply to your situation, just feel free to put none in there. It's just things I like to know about people's businesses before I get on the phone with them. But and there's a part at the end there about the investment in business coaching. You don't need to worry about that if you're just looking to chat about a business consultation about your taxes. So shoot me, sign up on my calendar if you want to chat and get on the phone. If not, throw some questions that you've got in the group and I can try to answer some simple questions that way. So have a great rest of your Friday. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.